Today, we're diving into 3 dangerous habits that harm your prostate health. But before we get started, I want to say one quick thing. Lately, the internet is flooded with advice like drink this, eat that, and supposedly your health transforms overnight. But we know better now, it's not that simple. On this channel, I break down peer-reviewed academic research from around the world, twice a week, and bring you the practical, science-backed insights that actually make a difference in your life. All the sources I use are listed in the description. If you're ready, let's begin. When you wake up, is the first thing you do rush to the bathroom? Do you find yourself getting up to pee multiple times a night? Or maybe you feel like your urine just doesn't want to start flowing. Look, aging is a journey, of course. But these changes aren't just a part of getting older. They're your body's way of saying, pay attention to me. And let me tell you, millions of men experience these symptoms, but very few actually listen. The prostate is one of the quietest but most strategic organs in the male body. It's like the midfielder in football. It doesn't control everything, but it's involved in everything. Urinary flow, blood circulation, nerves, they're all connected in some way. And over time, this tiny gland can grow, become inflamed, and cause pressure. But here's the key. None of this is destiny. In most cases, it's daily habits, small, unnoticed ones that trigger these changes. Let's talk about the first mistake, holding in your urine. Maybe you're out somewhere, the bathroom's not convenient, so you think, I'll just wait until I get home. But when this becomes a pattern, it increases pressure on your bladder. As your bladder fills up, it expands downward, and guess what's right underneath? That's right, your prostate. Over time, that constant pressure thickens tissues, weakens circulation, and increases inflammation. Now, the second mistake, constipation. You might think, what do my bowels have to do with my prostate? But the body works as a system. When stool builds up in the large intestine, it presses directly against the prostate. Same result, impaired circulation, irritation, and higher inflammation. And chronic constipation can even impact your immune system. As harmful gut bacteria increase, they don't just affect your colon, they affect nearby organs like the prostate too. Then there's the third mistake, sitting too long without moving. Maybe you're retired now, you don't go out as much. Your knees hurt. You feel tired. Staying home seems easier. But your pelvic region, the area around your lower abdomen and hips, needs movement. When blood flow slows down, tissues don't get the nutrients or oxygen they need. And small, sensitive tissues like the prostate start reacting. They swell, they become tender, they grow. That's when the stream slows, the night wakings begin, and the discomfort sets in. But here's the good news. These habits can be changed. That means there's a solution. And in this series, we're going to break it all down one habit at a time. Which studies back this up? What exactly happens inside your body? And what small changes can make a big difference? We're just getting started. But remember, your prostate might already be sending signals. And the earlier you pay attention, the more powerful your response can be. This isn't just a story about aging, it's a story about finally listening to your body. In the next chapter, we'll dig into the first and most common mistake in depth. Why is holding in your urine so dangerous? And how can one simple shift in behavior make a massive impact? There's a habit many of us fall into without realizing. And years later, it comes back to cost us dearly, holding in your urine. Maybe you're too busy. Maybe it's not a good time or place. Maybe you think, not now, I'll go in a bit. But every in a bit adds more pressure, and that pressure falls straight onto your prostate. Today, we're unpacking exactly how that load builds up over time and how it silently threatens your prostate health. Here's what you need to know. Your bladder is designed to store urine, but not forever. It has a capacity. Once that capacity is reached, it sends a signal to your brain. Empty me. When you ignore that signal, you're not just delaying a bathroom trip, you're kicking off a chain reaction. The bladder stretches, and the more it stretches, the more pressure it puts on everything around it. What's sitting right behind the bladder? That's right, the prostate. And remember, the urinary tract passes through the prostate. So pressure from above isn't just external, it pushes from within too. Holding in your urine over and over causes micro-trauma to the prostate tissue. This leads to inflammation. What does that mean? It means your body sends immune cells to the area. It swells. It heats up. Sometimes, that inflammation doesn't go away, it leads to permanent growth. Now combine that constant pressure with inflammation, and you've got the recipe for benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH, one of the most common prostate conditions as men age. But here's the truth. You might be speeding up that process with your habits. And it doesn't stop at the prostate. Holding your urine too long can weaken your bladder muscles. That means you can't fully empty your bladder anymore. And leftover urine becomes the perfect home for bacteria. What happens next? Frequent urinary tract infections. Burning, blood in the urine, painful urination. One symptom triggers the next like falling dominoes. So what can you do? Step 1, listen to your body, that urge to pee. Don't ignore it. If delaying has become a habit, just noticing it is already the first win. Step 2, plan ahead. Use the bathroom before leaving home, before long trips, and before going to bed. Simple but powerful. Step 3, balance your fluid intake. Too much fluid late at night increases nighttime urination. But too little during the day concentrates your urine, which irritates the bladder. Balance matters. And finally, if you constantly feel like your bladder never fully empties, that's a red flag. See a urologist, because that might signal prostate growth or a urinary blockage that needs attention. As you can see, that harmless, just waiting a bit can snowball into real physical pressure. And years later, you pay the price. In the next chapter, we'll explore another everyday habit that's just as underestimated, but has a surprisingly big impact. How does constipation and gut health affect your prostate? Now I'm going to take you into a topic that might feel a little uncomfortable, but it's absolutely worth talking about: constipation. You might be thinking, what does my gut have to do with my prostate? But here's the thing, your body isn't made of isolated parts. Every organ connects, applies pressure, and influences the others. And when your colon is backed up, that pressure doesn't just affect digestion. It presses right down on your prostate. Let's make one thing clear. The colon and prostate sit side by side in your lower abdomen. In anatomy, this is called pelvic proximity. When stool accumulates in the large intestine, it creates a mass that physically presses against the prostate. And just like any weight pressing on the same spot day after day, that pressure restricts blood flow to the area. Now, the prostate is small, but it's one of the most complex parts of the male body. It's full of delicate nerves, blood vessels, and the urethra runs right through it. That's why any pressure on the prostate doesn't just affect the tissue, it impacts its function. So, how exactly does constipation increase that pressure? Well, when stool stays in the colon too long, it hardens. As it hardens, it expands and fills the lower part of the colon, especially the rectum. That expansion applies direct mechanical pressure to the prostate. But that's not all. There's also a chemical effect. Stool that sits for too long begins to release toxins. These toxins can seep into surrounding tissues, including the prostate and bladder area. The result? An inflammatory response begins. Immune cells flood the area. Swelling follows. That's how chronic inflammation starts and stays. So constipation isn't just about not being able to go. It creates an environment that leaves your prostate vulnerable. But there's more. Long-term constipation increases pressure inside your abdomen. Every time you strain during a bowel movement, the muscles and blood vessels in your pelvic region get overloaded. Repeated strain throws off the balance of your pelvic floor muscles. And when that balance is lost, you may notice a weaker urine stream or disruptions in how your prostate drains fluid. So, what can you do? First, stay hydrated. Not drinking enough water is a fast track to constipation. Second, eat fiber-rich foods. Vegetables, whole grains, legumes, they help keep your stool soft and regular. Third, move your body. Your intestines are like muscles. They need movement to function. The more you move, the better your gut moves. And long hours of sitting, it slows both your prostate and your gut down. Also, don't delay your bathroom urges. Ignoring them dulls your reflexes. That's how occasional constipation turns into a chronic issue. Try going at the same time every day. That builds your body's biological rhythm, like setting a daily timer for your gut. And finally, if you're constantly constipated, don't ignore it. Sometimes the cause isn't just sluggish digestion. It could be hormonal imbalances or even issues with your gut microbiome. What might seem like just a bathroom problem could quietly shape your prostate health over years. You can't see the impact, but it's there. In the next chapter, we'll explore how pelvic blood circulation works and why a lack of movement can throw everything off balance. Because when it comes to prostate health, it's not just about the tissue, it's about keeping the blood flowing. And we'll walk through exactly how to do that, step by step. Sometimes you're just sitting for a long time, still, maybe in front of the TV behind the wheel or at your desk. But during those quiet hours, something happens, something you don't even notice. The lower part of your body, the pelvic region, starts to fall into silence. Circulation slows, cells go underfed, signals weaken. And in that silence, your prostate is left on its own. Today, we're diving into how vital pelvic circulation really is and why prolonged sitting becomes a threat to your prostate health. Think of your pelvic region as a complex network. Blood vessels, nerves, lymph channels, they all meet here. Like a traffic hub, everything converges. And right at the center of that hub, your prostate. Now imagine the roads leading into that hub are blocked. Blood flow slows, oxygen levels drop, toxins build up. For the prostate, it's like working in the dark. It can't heal itself, it can't defend itself, and over time, inflammation takes hold. Growth begins quietly. Sitting for long periods directly affects this circulation, because when you sit, your legs stretch out, but your pelvic area gets compressed. Muscles go still, blood flow weakens. For men with a sedentary lifestyle, the effects multiply. You sit after breakfast, then after lunch, then after dinner. TV, work, scrolling, all from the same position. That repetitive stillness, it leaves your prostate stranded. Another hidden issue, muscle weakness. Your pelvic floor muscles control everything from urination to sexual function, but unused muscles weaken over time. And pelvic circulation depends on those muscles moving. The less they move, the less blood is pumped. The less oxygen is delivered, the faster your cells age. So how do we break this cycle? Step 1, regular movement. You don't need a gym membership. Even a brisk 30-minute walk a day boosts pelvic circulation. When you walk, your lower abdomen, hips, and thighs get activated, and that sends direct support to the prostate region. Step 2, break up sitting time. If you need to sit for long stretches, stand up every 30-40 minutes. Stretch, take a few steps. Get the blood moving again. It's like rebooting your system. Step 3, pelvic exercises. Kegel movements, done for just a few minutes a day, can strengthen your pelvic floor. Tighten the same muscles you use to stop urination, then release. This boosts circulation and muscle tone. Step 4, where you sit matters. Surfaces that are too hard or too soft can throw off your pelvic balance. Use orthopedic or ergonomic seating to help protect blood flow. Remember, The prostate isn't some fixed object. It's part of a flowing system. And when that flow stops, trouble begins quietly. Years can pass before you notice anything. But when you do notice, that's when change starts. And that change might begin with just one small step away from your chair. In the next chapter, we'll bring all three habits together and explore how the prostate acts like a signal center, constantly trying to connect with the rest of your body. Because this isn't just about the prostate, it's about hearing the message your entire body is sending. When most men experience prostate issues, they only notice surface symptoms. I can't pee like I used to. I keep waking up at night. But the truth is, those signs are just the tip of the iceberg, like a tiny warning light blinking on your car's dashboard. Prostate problems often signal a much deeper, system-wide imbalance. Today, we're not just looking at the prostate as an organ. We're looking at it as a signal center, a quiet messenger with something important to say. And we'll break down exactly what it's trying to tell you. Let's start with a simple question. Why would the prostate suddenly grow or become inflamed out of nowhere? The answer: the body never does anything without a reason. Prostate enlargement usually stems from a mix of hormonal shifts, poor circulation, and inflammation. And here's the twist. When those processes are happening in your prostate, they're usually happening elsewhere too. Take cardiovascular health. Weakened pelvic circulation isn't just a prostate issue. It's often a whole body circulation issue, including your heart. Same goes for metabolic syndrome. When your blood pressure, blood sugar, and cholesterol are out of balance, your prostate feels it too. In other words, prostate symptoms are often your body's way of saying, hey, this isn't just about peeing. Something bigger is off. The most obvious prostate reaction: growth. It can be benign or inflammatory, but either way, it begins to squeeze the urethra. You feel it in the flow, slow stream, midnight trips, burning sensation, that incomplete emptying feeling. But these aren't just mechanical issues, they are signs that something functional is wrong. As the overall stress load on your body increases, that stress starts showing up in sensitive tissues like the prostate. Which brings us to a key insight. Prostate health is a reflection of total health. Let's talk about stress. When you're constantly under pressure, your immune system gets suppressed. Inflammatory processes fire up. Cortisol levels rise. And yes, that chronic stress chemistry can inflame the area around your prostate. This organ doesn't just reflect physical strain, it reflects emotional weight, too. Same goes for poor sleep. When your body can't reset overnight, your hormone balance gets thrown off. Testosterone levels drop, and that hits the prostate and your sexual health directly. Even just one bad night of sleep can mess with your hormonal rhythms, and your prostate can feel the consequences. When you put all these signals together, here's what becomes clear. The prostate isn't just about urination. It's a quiet, powerful voice speaking on behalf of your entire body. The question is, will you listen? Because the moment you start listening, everything changes. These signals, when caught early, don't just protect your prostate, they protect your heart, your circulation, your metabolism, even your mental health. In the next chapter, we'll take this even further, exploring how small daily habits shape your prostate's future. From the first thing you do in the morning to your last action before bed. We'll reveal how every tiny routine touches this small but powerful organ. Life is shaped by the small choices you make, from the moment you wake up to the second you fall asleep. And those choices don't just affect your schedule. They shape the quiet, powerful systems inside you, including your prostate. This small gland responds to habits you don't even realize you have. And today, we're breaking down how those habits can either strengthen or weaken your prostate health. The best part, you can change them. Morning, the start of the day, your alarm goes off. What's the first thing you do? If your hand goes straight to your phone, if your day begins with a screen, that alone is a signal. Screens in the morning activate your stress response. They spike your cortisol levels. And that hormone, when elevated, can suppress your immune system all day long. That means every tissue, including your prostate, is left under pressure. But a small change can shift everything. 5 minutes of walking, a few deep breaths, even just stepping into sunlight. That's all it takes to rebalance your system. Breakfast. Many men skip it. Maybe it's just tea and a pastry, maybe nothing at all. But when you skip breakfast or load up on sugar, your blood sugar swings wildly. And those spikes and crashes trigger inflammation. Guess what? Chronic inflammation is one of the worst environments for your prostate. But fiber-rich foods, healthy fats, and water, that creates balance from the start, especially water. A glass of water in the morning restarts your circulation after a night of slowing down. It brings fresh blood to the pelvic region. It nourishes the prostate with oxygen. Midday, still sitting, we covered it in Chapter 4, long periods of sitting crush your circulation. But there's more. A heavy lunch, followed by fatigue, followed by sitting right back down. This routine slows your digestion, increases abdominal pressure, and piles more weight onto the pelvic area. That means more pressure on the prostate. Simple fix. Walk for 5-10 minutes after lunch. Even if you're home, do small chores while standing. It makes a huge difference. Evening. The end of the day, but its effects stretch into the next. Looking at screens before bed exposes you to blue light, which blocks melatonin. And melatonin isn't just for sleep, it's also for cell repair. So if your body can't repair at night, your prostate ages faster. Eating late at night, especially greasy, fiberless foods, harms your gut. And remember, gut health is directly tied to prostate health. Even how you sleep matters. Sleeping on your stomach puts pressure on the pelvic region. Sleeping on your side with a pillow between your knees, it supports and relaxes that area. It seems simple, but over the years, it adds up. And one last thing, how much water did you drink today? Your prostate needs hydration to flush out toxins. Too much tea, coffee, or other caffeine-heavy drinks can irritate the bladder, and that irritates the prostate. Plain water, herbal teas, natural fluids, these are your allies. So there are 3 critical moments in your day: how you start your morning, what you do around midday, and how you wind down at night. These 3 points can either protect your prostate or put it at risk, and they're all in your control. In the next chapter, we'll bring all this together. I'll share a simple protection plan, step-by-step habits you can weave into your daily life. Because knowing something is one thing, but living it, that's where the real difference happens. By now, we know this for sure. Prostate health isn't just about genetics or age. What you do or don't do every single day directly affects this small but powerful organ. And the good news is, you don't need massive changes. Small, simple steps that fit easily into your daily life can make a huge long-term difference. Today, I'm going to share 5 simple but powerful practices to protect your prostate. Think of it as building your own daily armor. 1. First glass of water in the morning, a clean start after the night. That first glass of water you drink in the morning. It's like hitting the reset button on your entire system. It wakes up your circulation, flushes out toxins, and gets digestion moving. But most importantly, it fills the pelvic region with fresh, clean blood. That reduces the stress your prostate may have been under all night. And guess what? Drinking water in the morning also helps prevent constipation, which has a direct positive impact on the prostate-colon relationship. 2. Move every 40 minutes, a small break. Big impact sitting all day at a desk, in front of the TV, or while driving crushes pelvic circulation. But standing up every 30-40 minutes, stretching, or walking just a few steps resets the flow. These tiny movements boost microcirculation in the pelvic area. You're not just waking up your legs, you're giving your prostate a fresh dose of oxygen and nutrients. A simple phone reminder can turn this into a lasting habit. 3. Keep dinner light. Don't overload the gut-heavy dinners, slow digestion, and bloat the intestines, which press directly on the prostate from the side. Late-night red meat, fried foods, or carbonated drinks, they don't just stress your gut, they put pressure on your prostate. Instead, go for lighter, fiber-rich meals, steamed vegetables, whole grains, a bit of yogurt. These choices soothe both your digestive system and your pelvic region. 4. Sleep hygiene. Set the stage for prostate repair. Every night, your body, including your prostate, repairs itself, but only in the right environment. Turn off screens an hour before bed. Keep the room dark and quiet. This supports melatonin production. Melatonin doesn't just help you sleep, it's a natural anti-inflammatory hormone. So quality sleep equals nighttime repair for your prostate. And the more consistent your sleep, the better your body fights off chronic inflammation. 5. Daily fluid balance. Not too much, not too little, not drinking enough water. Your urine becomes concentrated. That irritates your bladder and stresses the prostate. But drinking too much late in the day, that means more nighttime trips to the bathroom, disrupting your sleep, your hormones, and your repair cycle. The sweet spot, 6-8 glasses of water a day. Cut back in the evening to avoid waking up at night. And be cautious with tea and coffee. Caffeine overstimulates the bladder, which can trigger prostate irritation. Try calming herbal teas instead, like nettle or chamomile. Each of these steps is like a piece of armor, a shield to protect your prostate from the little things that wear it down. But here's the catch. This armor only works if you wear it daily. Not sometimes, consistently. Because chronic problems often come from tiny things we keep ignoring. And healing, it's built from the tiny things we start doing right. In the next and final chapter, we'll pull everything together. We'll recap the mistakes, the solutions, and most importantly, we'll talk about how to actually apply this knowledge to your life. Because knowledge is one thing. Using it, that's where everything changes. At first, everything we've talked about might have seemed like just another health series. But in truth, these 8 chapters have revealed something deeper, that even the quietest systems in your body can shape your life in ways you never imagined. The prostate isn't just about urination or sexuality. It's a mirror, a reflection of your overall health. And most of the time, you're not the first to notice a crack in that mirror until the signals get louder. But now, looking back, you've learned something powerful. Simple habits like holding in urine, chronic constipation, or long periods of sitting. They aren't just minor lifestyle quirks. They're risk factors that squeeze the prostate, disturb circulation, and spark inflammation. But this wasn't just a series about problems. We talked about solutions too. Concrete, science-backed, easy-to-apply steps. A glass of water in the morning. Short walking breaks during the day. A light dinner at night. Tiny actions, but with massive impact. Because the body recognizes small acts of care and it responds. This wasn't just medical advice. It was a roadmap, a way to take control. See, most men tell themselves, "I'm getting older, it's too late to change anything." But science says otherwise. Benign prostate enlargement, inflammation, urinary issues, they can be managed, even reversed, if they're caught early. And that leads to one question. Now that you know all this, what will you do? If nothing changes, then this entire series was just words. But if you take even one small step, start drinking that glass of water, move a little more during the day, stop postponing the urge to pee, that's when real transformation begins. Because the prostate is quiet. But if you listen, it will respond. Sometimes that response is a deeper night's sleep, fewer bathroom trips, or a doctor saying, "Everything looks great." But the response always comes. Thank you for watching this series. I didn't just want to give you information, I wanted to help you reconnect with your body. And if that connection has started, then trust me, there's so much more waiting for you on this channel. If this helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your story in the comments. Because maybe one sentence from you could change another man's life. We're not just talking here, we're growing stronger together. See you in the next one.